Vanakkam, Krishna McKenzie. Today I'm with my good friend Sarah Kundig, who started Solitude Farm Cafe with me back in the day, and we're in her very small little garden here that is ultra productive. Sarah is a vegan, raw food chef, artist, creative living being, and she's pretty much self-sufficient here on this land, no?
Yeah, I would say so.
You eat most of the stuff you...
Most of the stuff I really eat from this place.
So we thought that showing you how this intensive permaculture can happen just around a house, you know, in a very simple way, is of enormous value. So will you show us like what's growing?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's here?
While I grow, I maybe pick some things for the lunch because it's almost lunchtime, yes, and then I can show the same.
And what will you have for lunch?
I will have like mostly every day I will have a green smoothie bowl. Like,
a green smoothie
bowl. And then in this, that's really everything from the garden. Okay,
so we'll show you the place. Sarah will show us the place, and at the same time, she's gonna harvest the things for her lunch, and afterwards you can see how to make a green smoothie bowl. So what are we starting with?
Well, maybe here, I mean, this is Papaya. So
okay. Yeah, the ADHD omega-3 plant, no?
So, which I eat every day.
Okay, beautiful. And you eat the flowers as well?
Yes. Okay. And it's still green now, even if it's so hot now. That's a beautiful thing. This one really...
I've been giving it to people and they've been saying to me, Krishna, it's growing so easily. I said, well, that's the first characteristic of local food, that it doesn't require any expertise.
I love to give it away also. And basically everything comes from Solitude anyway here.
This was from Solitude originally.
I think
beautiful.
Almost all the plants.
What's really funny though, guys, is that actually a lot of things came from Solitude, but now I come to Sarah to get replacements. So I'll show you. I mean, the sweet potato this year came all back from Sarah. So it's really cool how you can spread out your biodiversity and then you have it back again. Okay, so there she's got her...
Here's a hibiscus tree, so that grows just around it.
It grows under the hibiscus tree in a sort of semi-shade.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So we can walk through here maybe.
Next?
Then next, the vitamin leaf, of course.
The sweet leaf.
Super nice.
Yeah, so we were, this is actually a plant. I'll do a post about this, but this is one of the plants that I've sort of forgotten to talk about, is this sweet leaf, and it's so yummy. It's really sweet. And I came here last week to Sarah and she gave me about 100 seedlings that were growing underneath the plant, and we also took cuttings that you just put in the ground and grow. Because this actually is, I'll do a post on it, this is a plant that you cannot forget. It's as equally important as the chicken spinach, the potalaka and the turkey berry, you know. So that goes in your smoothie as well?
That goes in my smoothie
okay, lovely.
as well. Yes.
Oh, look at this.
And yeah.
Bit of Radha's consciousness. The pots are different colour here, they're like dark colour.
I think when they're very dry, maybe.
Very dry, or maybe also the soil affects that.
Can be.
Nice.
Yeah.
Throw some around.
Then, yeah, some lemongrass is there behind.
Okay.
Growing, which I use for tea or...
Yeah, that's what you gave me last week, you know. And you got the, do you use that in your smoothie?
Not in my smoothie, but I use it every evening in my salads.
In your salad, the Indian oregano, the kalparavali. And how about the harmony? How do you use that?
Harmony, right now I use the flowers a lot. Okay. And the flowers to sprinkle on top of the salad or on top of the smoothie bowl.
Nice,
so
nice,
that's
nice.
Really, you know the leaves?
Yeah. I saw in Nina's book. We just did a video, Shakti and me, on Nina's book yesterday to value local wheat. So it's in the book. I mean, we're gonna keep going, but look, there's the sweet leaf, there's the harmony plant, there's the lemongrass, there's the blue flowers, there's the Indian oregano, and there's papaya in here. You know, it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so charming. I heard this you can eat as well. This is called oyster plant or something. I think they make a tea with it in China. I've been told, you know.
Oyster plant. If I know the name, I can research.
I think something like that, yeah.
It's actually this one is the most beautiful
Yeah.
video. I
Yeah.
have to plant it out
Yeah.
soon because it grows so
This is
fast.
this is the what we call Vettele Valikalinga. It's the Diaspora, and we've just planted it in Solitude. Yeah, look how fast it is.
Amazing.
Me and
fast.
Shakti, we were looking at it in the field this morning. How we put them actually direct in the field, and they're already popping out. They pop out even if you just have them on the, out of the soil.
Wow. And some passion fruit also I got there. I need to
get
plant out.
planted
Plant it behind on the
and they'll climb up
tree,
into the
climb up
trees.
into the trees.
So in a place like this, you're really valuing, as much as the shade and you're valuing the upper strata by letting passion fruit and diaspora and yams climb into the trees. Nice.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And here we have the pepper, the pipli.
The long black pepper.
The long black
nice.
pepper. So which the leaves are also like pretty delicious.
I mean, look how it's growing in between the Indian oregano, the aloe vera, this little beautiful ornamental, the clitoria, and you have this type of iris plant here.
Yeah.
So lovely.
And once you, the fun thing is once you have these things, you can start transplanting them in your garden.
Oh, you've done it there. You popped it under there, no?
And also the portulaca and the oregano again.
So they just become so abundant that it's not a question about not having enough. You just have so much of it. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I love this area, how it's developed, because actually yeah, I've watched this place grow from the very first day when we did the first bed together, and this area is so nice how you've left the fern like plant and you've just sort of allowed other things to emerge. Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah, the fern plant and the big trees were almost the only plants here in the garden. So there was not much growing.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, we have here the very nice New Zealand spinach.
Yeah, you put that in your smoothie as well?
I put some of these also in
The tender
smoothie.
tops.
Exactly.
Nice. Yeah, so I came to get a bunch of this the other day because people are just coming to me all the time now and asking for cuttings of this and cuttings of that, and I'm telling them, better than Solitude, go and see what Sarah's doing, because it's more of an example of what you could do in such a tiny area. In between a rock and a tree, there's a papaya, there's this, there's manatakali, there's sweet potato leaves.
Yeah, which we can also put in the smoothie.
You're also going to add that to your
salad.
smoothie. Okay, nice.
Sometimes, yeah, I put them also in the smoothie.
And you just see how if this becomes part of your diet, I think what I'm not there where Sarah is really, but how she values a fruitarian diet, a raw vegan diet so much, that allows you to value these plants a whole lot more. Like if you are satisfied to have a smoothie, like huge smoothie at lunchtime, and then a big salad, then this facilitates that diet, no?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And it changed a lot because when you start growing your own food, it really changes what you eat.
Right.
It's a different way of nourishing yourself when you grow it yourself.
And you've seen changes in your health as well, no?
Yes.
Beautiful, no?
So,
look here, you've got guruchi. This is the giloi. This is the nectar of immortality.
this one.
It's very good.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
very
some
special.
of this wild plant, which
The
is also growing.
hogweed, no, I think it's called.
Something,
And then what about this guy?
The smoothies.
The ivy gourd.
Oh, that's the ivy gourd.
This is my favorite. As a local weed, there is no doubt this is my favorite.
Okay.
It tastes like that French salad langue de biche,
yeah. And it's
nutty taste.
tender, the leaves.
And it has a fruit as well. It's quite nice. See, there's your guduchi here. This is it. Yeah, and it'll climb
Very
like
good.
crazy.
Yes,
You see, like Sarah's valuing this plant. I think it's in Nina's book. I think it's called hogweed or something. I mean, someone on this video, you can comment and tell us. But you see, I don't use that. So it's so important that, that we come and meet each other and say, but Krishna, but why are you not using this? And we keep learning like that,
Exactly, because sometimes I have really things in my garden when Nina came also that I didn't even know that you can use them.
Right.
And here there's some amaranth. So tops we can also
Nice.
take
And you got
for
the
smoothie.
Manatakali in the back there.
The Manatakali, which is almost finishing now.
And this amaranth, look at this amaranth. Bloody hell, what's this going on? Wow, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that. Shall I take the top a little
Really
bit?
beautiful. Yes, this comes from the
Very
smoothie.
nice tender tops for you.
Also.
This you eat in the salad as well.
Yes.
Nice.
Salad,
Very creamy, no?
Smoothies is very nice, and it's beautiful to have in the garden. Just
Lovely.
like ornament.
And then you got a nice area of sweet potato coming back here.
Yeah.
That's good.
Exactly. Good cover now in the heat of the.
And then there's pineapples. So you've got this. Look, Sarah's got this area that's sort of like, it's a gully actually. There's huge amounts of water, so you've got pineapples growing on the gully, and slowly papayas and bananas holding this area, no?
And these papayas I even didn't plant.
They self-seeded.
Yeah, they self-seeded now. So.
And you're getting pineapples now, huh?
Yes. On the back side there are more.
You're gonna have to wander off down there. This is still a lot of space you can plant down there actually, no? Slowly.
Last year I had some brinjal and some other
Nice.
things, so yeah. And of course some aloe vera.
Yeah.
It's also so great to have in the garden.
Yeah.
Everything.
And always
Chocolates.
Potalaka integrated, Tipoli, Radus the Clitoria.
Yeah.
This is the guduchi again. Just write a little bit in your smoothie. It's very special, I tell you. And you know, it's not got a very strong taste, but it's very valuable.
Okay. Nice. Maybe we walk.
Which way we go? We go
walk
down here?
because I need some chicken spinach.
Okay.
Here it's still
Oh, here's your chicken
quite
spinach
a lot
area.
of chicken spinach.
Okay.
So, which is my favorite
Right.
of the greens in the green smoothie.
Nice. Yeah, it gives a nice. I mean, that's Solitude is very famous for the green smoothie, and I must say it's Sarah who brought it to the farm cafe. She really pioneered that, and the green chutney, and the green ice cream, and the Clitoria Ternatia ice cream. In fact, he did a lot of things there. Left a legacy at the farm, but eventually she left because she wanted to be with the garden. You know, I mean, who wouldn't want to live and live simply, you know, just be with the farm. But look at those bananas up there.
Yeah, oh.
Wow,
These will be
so
the
nice.
next ones.
That's a Kalporavare. Beautiful. Really nice. And so you're doing a lot of drying of fruits as well.
Yes, now I started. Last year, before the first 3 years, I had enough to just eat by myself like this. And now if it's too much to dry, it's perfect.
So what's your favorite thing you're drying?
So, well, the plantains when they are ripe.
Ripe plantains.
Ripe plantains, they are the best dried banana.
Okay.
Then the Kalpuravali, usually I really eat like this. I freeze a part for my smoothie bowls, and the rest I eat like this.
Okay.
And then papayas, this year I had so many
Oh
papayas.
yeah, I was given, someone brought, I mean it was,
So,
Mother showed me this papaya paper you made.
yes.
It was like for a sushi.
Yes, like a rice paper,
rice
but
paper.
out of papayas and tomatoes. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So you can make your own wraps. You
Wow.
get creative, and actually papayas I use for juice as well, for smoothies, for juice,
Yeah.
to dry.
Sarah put me on to papaya juice. So you take a papaya when it is getting ripe, but it's still hard, and you peel it and you make a juice like you'd make a carrot juice, and with ginger, and it is the best thing. It's heaven on earth. It's so amazing, and
I
it's
have some left from this morning. You can have a try later.
nice. I mean, the thing for me is like, if we have more and more ways to value these things. When people hear papaya, you know, in Oroville there's like every day 200 kilos of papaya coming in, and they can't sell it, or 300 kilos or more. They can't sell it. It's because we have a very linear way of valuing that fruit. But if you're valuing it as a carrot juice, if you're valuing it as a smoothie, if you're making, you know, if there's a company making papaya paper for sushis and this and that, and you're making green papaya salads, and you know,
Papaya is amazing because you can really, I think it's the most versatile
Yeah, and it's the thing that grows the easiest.
And all year round.
All year round, yeah.
You start getting creative when you have a garden or when you work in solitude in the
Yes.
kitchen. You have to use them in different
it's
ways.
coming so nicely. So what about this guy? You use him in your smoothie?
Yes, every day.
Every day drumstick in your smoothie.
2 sticks like this.
That's
I
enough.
put in the
Nice.
I put in the smoothie.
Wow.
So this basically will also go in my lunch. I will eat all this.
And have you tried cooking the tapioca leaves?
No, not now.
Not yet.
No.
I've had it before. I heard it's more common to have it with sort of meat, which is not really our trip. But I've been in Indonesia. It's quite well known, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
And then some passion fruit here, which there's the flowers.
They're starting up.
Let's see. Something.
You have a fruit somewhere?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Last year I had a lot from this one there in the middle.
I think it's really interesting to see how this chicken spinach, as the manatakali, as many of these local plants, they grow in the shade. I think, you know, that's such an important characteristic of these local foods, that they will do in the sun, but they'll also grow in the shade. Because many people are limited. They have already plants, they have trees, and they're like, oh well, how do I start? I mean, just take a look at this garden, Shakti. If you give us a shot from back there, you can really get a sense of how much shade there is here. I mean, it must be getting light as well. You get light through the day a bit?
Yes.
But there's a lot of shade.
There is now a lot of shades, yeah. Which is good in the summer.
Yeah, and then you can start cutting back bananas and...
I will have to, because they're a little bit too much now.
They're imposing a little bit.
To grow some vegetables.
Oh, and there you have curry leaf as well.
Curry leaves, yes.
And how do you use the curry leaf?
The curry leaves I use in dressings, or in like when I dry crackers. I love to put, when I make like dried crackers.
Okay.
With the pulp from the juice or things, I use a lot of curry leaves.
The pulp from the juice, you make crackers.
Yes.
What's that?
Just to make like some crackers, you know, like a bread. So
it's like biscuits.
Like biscuits, but salty.
So what you put? You put the...
Maybe the pulp of the papaya from the juice, and then mostly I make it with some sprouted mung dal.
Okay.
All in the mixie, and then I...
Sprouted mung dal with the pulp of a papaya with curry leaf and some salt.
Curry leaf, little salt, sometimes some sesame
Tipili
seeds,
leaf.
Tipili leaves, and kapuraballi.
Wow.
And then you get some really nice crackers.
Man, I tell you, the Queen of England, she ain't eating this type of food, man. It's a benediction of the... I don't know what to say. So beautiful.
This here is really...
Which way are we going now? Can we go around here?
We can go around here. There's not so much right now.
Okay.
Down here it's bananas and papayas.
And amaranth.
Pumpkin and
Huge amaranth at the back.
Oh, yes.
And drumstick and...
Drumstick, yeah.
Nice. This passion fruit looks really good though.
Huh?
The passion fruit looks awesome.
Yeah, I hope it will come.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's through down the canyon, you know.
Really?
All the fields, sometimes when there are flowers, you see everywhere there are flowers.
Oh, wow.
I cannot get them, but...
Wow. We've got a few raised beds, bit of traditional farming going on as well.
Looking over, I don't know if it's now the season.
Yeah, it should come,
And then here, the basella spinach that I got from Solitude, small plant.
That was just a few weeks ago.
It's coming everywhere.
Wow.
Use it here, use it there.
There, look at that.
Also, it's so
Look at it there.
nice.
The basilic spinach. So you use that a bit in your...
Yes, this one is really one of my favorites. Oh, and look.
What's that? Some cherry tomatoes. Wow. How about this? Do you use these? This potash seed, you know, we call that in Tamil.
They're delicious.
But they're not ripe. When they're ripe, no?
Yeah, they
they're
have
nice.
to be orange.
Right.
I think.
I love this canyon here. I really do. I think the edges of space is a very big topic in permaculture, where you go from one ecosystem to another. So this sort of edge here is really interesting, how you have to find solutions to hold the soil and yet you have a lot of light here. Yeah, it's really fascinating. You've got the drumstick cuttings you've done, huh?
Yes.
Nice. The pineapples, the bananas. Yeah, it's great. It's lovely. What's that? Sapota?
Yeah,
Wow.
sapota.
Does it give fruit?
Not much.
But it
This
will,
year,
no,
not
I think, no, slowly.
Yeah.
And the mango gave a bit?
A mango, a little bit, yeah. First year. That's
First year revival. Go down this way or there's not this year? So I think that's, that gives you a good sense. Here's Sarah's house in here where she does her cooking, her food processing, and also her art. She's an exceptional artist. And, you can get a sense of what it means to do this little garden. It's basella spinach, it's potalaca, parpukire, it's manatakali, it's pineapples and turmeric and papayas and drumstick and bananas and sweet leaf and Indian oregano and tipoli and all so many other little bits and pieces. And then it's how to use them. So Sarah now is gonna make this smoothie, and I will encourage you to go to her YouTube channel and check out how to make this smoothie, how to make the crackers, how to do all these things. She just started up, and those videos will come out one by one. This is really, I would say from my heart, this is probably the top level of food that I know. So subscribe to her channel, hit the notification bell on her channel and ours too, please. And start following what she's doing, because it will inspire you. It'll inspire you how to start valuing these plants in your daily life. As long as this remains a concept, permaculture, gardening, blah blah, vegan, something, it's all nonsense. But when you start using those things, every day how you value the drumstick and the chicken spinach and this and that, then it becomes real, Then we will change this world through, our relationship with nature and where our food comes from. So thank you so much, Sarah. Beautiful.
Thank you, Krishna.
Yeah, it's really lovely. Thank you, this garden. Thanks, Shakti. See you soon.